African site, your study personnel, the site personnel, are the same people taking care of the patients daily. So you're trying to tell them to find time to see their population of how many patients in a window, and at the same time, see the research patient, gather the appropriate data, ask the pertinent, unique questions to the protocol, and then enter that data and review and all of the everything that goes with ensuring study validity and data integrity.
It will be important to try to start discussing those questions regarding the inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, the advantages and the disadvantages.
From my own experience, I think that many they can be very qualified investigators on what they are doing, but they need also to be qualified to conduct a consent form, collecting consent form. This is very important to well explain and provide the right message to the patient.
Clinical trials need to be done in this part of the world. For a long time we have used products that have not had any testing in this part of the world, and it helps to be able to combat the diseases that you are experiencing if you have taken part in the clinical trials for devices, for vaccines and for drugs.
Where do we strike balance in informed consent between the participants' responsibilities and duties, and how free the participant is to stop the study at any time? I also think we need to strengthen our investigators, informed consent, the people who share informed consent, so as to tell the participants that these are your duties. If you want to take part in this trial, this is what you should respect. This has to be open. Sometimes we are too afraid, or I don't know if afraid is the right word, to tell the people that if they want to be partaking in this study, they have requirements, and to strike the balance between what they have to do and also their freedom to stop at any time.
When we talk about collaboration, what does that mean? And how are we going to make it practical? What do we do with all that information between now and the next TCIS conference in 2024?
TCIS Africa Summit is our safe space to share, to strategize, to join forces, to strengthen and showcase what Africa has to offer to the world. That's not to say that we aren't with our shortcomings, but with collaboration, with networking, with capacity building, Africa can become the destination point for clinical trials.
I personally have learned the importance of partnering, importance of clinical research professionals in the field to come together. Most importantly, the regulators. Now that the world is moving towards DCTs, decentralized clinical trials, so we need to do as much as we can to adapt to the new change and upgrade our systems as soon as possible. And it will be helpful for our regulators to be more open-minded towards this change. And also, I personally hoped that there were more attendees to this summit in terms of not just having virtual attendees. If we had more physical attendees, that would have been really helpful. And I'm hoping that what is happening here, we push more people to want to attend, show up and participate in this kind of events, because that's the only way we can actually come together and improve the clinical trial system of Africa, thereby improving our healthcare system.